Yo, it's Andy from BanksFit, and we're going to dive deep into the considerations behind making a lifestyle change, whether it be improving your fitness or your health as a mum over the age of 30. And I'm going to take into account everything. I'm going to talk about exactly what services people are going to provide you with, and then I'm going to give you some direction based on where you are, about what the best service for you is going to be. And of course, I'm going to focus on coaching because that's what I deliver and that's what I know. I've been in the industry for over a decade now. I've helped hundreds of women to transform. And I really just want to give you some clarity on exactly what's out there, how it's going to help you, and then try and help you figure out probably what the best service is for you. So first, I'm just going to cover quickly stuff that generally doesn't work. So fad diets, ab blasters, gym memberships, liposuction, all these things are short-term fixes for a long-term problem. Yeah, you've probably tried all these things in the past, tried shake diets, tried buying an ab blaster 2000, got yourself a gym membership, and the reason you're here is because those things haven't worked for you. And simply put, it's just because it's like sticking a plaster on. It's not really, it's not going to heal the issue that you've got, yeah? And you need to heal that from within. That sounded really deep there. You need to heal the issue. You need to get to the root causes and address those. And generally that comes down to the lifestyle you lead and the habits and day-to-day actions that you take. So stuff that I know for certain does work for making a lifestyle change in terms of your health and your fitness. Coaching, right? Low cost coaching, medium cost coaching, high cost coaching. Now, what do you mean by that, Andy? I'm going to talk about what the industry means by that. So, low cost coaching is anything that's going to cost £0 to £1,000 per year, right? Now, what do I mean by that? Well, you can get access to some things for completely free. You can get programs. I'm really not doing good words today. You can get programs from the internet that will cost you zilch. You can go to slimming clubs where you might pay, £5, £10 a week to get weighed and get given some general advice. Excuse me, I'm going to take a drink. And you get access to large group training sort of coaching. So something I provide, Fit Camp, where there might be, anywhere from 50 to 200 people that attend boot camp, large group sessions. They get educated from the coach and they get trained by the coach and they work together in a community. Medium cost, so £1,000 to £200, £1,200 to about £2,000 a year. And I just took this from the first one here, which is low cost personal training. So you could get a personal trainer and maybe pay them £20, £25 per session. They might deliver you with a program, a nutrition plan. Small group training, you might get a couple of sessions with 2 or 3 people. Same idea, you get a general program, a nutrition plan. Online coaching, but it might be in the case where it's a little bit less catered to you as an individual. It's more a group of people that are trained online and the coach generally educates them and might spend a little bit of time with them one-to-one. And I have got healthy meal services, which I left in from ages ago and I meant to take out. So let's just look at that. It's nothing to do with coaching, it's just a medium cost thing. So then we also have high cost specialist personal training. So someone who provides a result in a set amount of time for a specific population. They know exactly about that person's problems, that person's struggles, and they know the exact solutions to get them results. High-end small group training, very similar to specialist personal training. The only difference is that they might work with a group of people of that peer group, and they might get more coaching or more sessions, should I say. Then high-end online, this is where someone's going to work with you much closer and cater to you as an individual. So that gives you a summary of the sort of services that are out there and the costs. And I myself have supplied and currently supply a lot of these services. And I'm going to break it down and tell you exactly the strengths, weaknesses, the benefits and the drawbacks of these types of coaching. So first, what we must understand is that when it comes to health or fitness related changes, changing your body, it boils down to the actions you take today, day to day, the habits that you have. And when you want to change those habits, right? And that comes down to resources. So how much time do you have available? How much energy do you have available? How much spare money do you have to invest in a process? And then in the center of that I've got is the discipline that you currently have to maintain the habits that you've maybe built, right? Sometimes often overlooked. Or discipline you have in general. Discipline to me is like a muscle, right? The more disciplined you are, the more disciplined you become, the easier it becomes. So in terms of time, I tend to find that the population of 30 plus women are very time poor. Why? Usually holding down a job, and they've got a lot of family commitments, social commitments maybe to their partner as well. And that means that, you know, reading through a lot of information and trying to deduce what the best thing to do for themselves, it takes them far too long. Energy-wise, they also tend to not have a lot of energy. Now, what I mean by this is spare headspace and spare energy to utilize when it comes to training and nutrition. So, you know, if you could say to like maybe someone who's 20 years old, like me when I was 20 and a student, go and train 5 times a week and eat this set nutrition plan, and they'll be like, all right, no worries, and they can run it like a robot because they have lots of time and energy to invest in the process, and they can train all that time, and they have lots of spare energy and lots of headspace for it. When it comes to mums 30 plus, they just don't have access to those resources. They're not as readily available. The discipline, that's individual, depends on you. Have you been fit? Have you exercised regularly? Have you been someone who's ate well and ate to maintain a healthy body weight? Great, you've probably got some level of discipline that you can go back to, recultivate, and move forward. If you're coming from a place where you don't have much discipline, where you've maybe not been a healthy weight in the past 2-3 years, and you haven't been regularly exercising, then you probably have a low amount of accountability and discipline. So that's something you're going to have to work on over time to improve your chance of getting a result and maintain the result. And then financially, where are you, right? Pay peanuts, you get monkeys. You get what you pay for. These are all things that I'm sure you've heard before, and it's very, very true, right? The more you spend on a process, the more value, as long as you go to the right person, the more value you're going to get, and the easier they're going to be it's going to be for the coach to help you manage your time and energy and help you become disciplined and form the habits to get the results, right? So let's just jump through these, and I'm just going to tell you what I think in terms of this population, how effective they are. Programs from the internet don't really work, right, for mums 30 plus. Unless you're someone who has been disciplined in the past, has done this process before, of changing your body and getting to a positive place, and you draw from that experience, get a program from the internet, get a program from someone, and follow it and get results, drawing on your previous experience. Then it might be effective, but generally not going to work. Slimming clubs, not a fan of them either. Why? Due to the fact that they teach you like a set of rules and regulations that box you in, and then what happens is most people do a Slimming Club, Weight Watchers Slim World, and then once they get to their target weight, they leave the system because that's not how they want to lead their life. So if you want to join Weight Watchers and you want to be there for life, great. It's going to maintain your weight if you stick with it for life. But if you think, I don't want to be going to this for the rest of my life, it's probably not a good idea. It's not actually educating you as an individual how to get results for your body and to continue to improve and to maintain them whilst living in the real world, not in that bubble of Slim World or Weight Watchers. Large group training, I think, is great. Of course, they're a large group training provider locally in Kilmarnock and Straven. I think this is great because it gets you involved in a community of like-minded people. You get access to, if you go to the right place, you get really good education from the educator. You get access to the support from the community. You get a lot of you don't have to invest too much energy in setting up your own sessions and working out what exercise you're going to do. You have a coach who basically tells you exactly what you're going to do, and you always feel that you're directed, but you don't have to invest energy in directing yourself per se. Low cost personal training. I'll be honest, provided this at the very start of my career, I am not a fan. Okay, I don't think it's effective for this population. Here's why. Because low cost personal training tends to be provided by people like me, or me 10 years ago, right? When I first entered the industry, when I was like in my early 20s, finished a sports science degree, got my level 3, and I just gave people cookie cutter programs and nutritional protocols that I'd learned from university and, you know, my relatively low amount of life experience, and just tried to give people this stuff and say, hey, do this and you'll get results. Great on paper, doesn't actually work when you apply it to populations that you know nothing about because you just entered the industry. I didn't know anything about a 30 plus mum, right? I didn't know what their needs are, how time limited they are, how much, you know, mental space they've got, because I didn't have as much in common with my dad now, right? I've got a wife. A lot of my peer group are now mums, so I've got a much better idea. I've trained hundreds of mums now. I understand the drawbacks of this system. Yeah, low cost personal training. So just like getting one session a week from a new PT who is going to provide you with some direction. They're not going to know exactly, you know, what it is that you as a population need. And the other problem is there's that high expectation of you motivating yourself and putting the time aside to do the programs and stuff that they give you. And a lot of times, not the time maybe, you don't have the energy or you don't have the discipline to follow through. So not a fan of that for this population. Small group training can work a little bit better. Not giving it a massive tick, can work a little bit better because there is a little bit more motivation. You might work with a group of your peers, and also you get maybe 2 sessions for the price of 1 in terms of personal training, because you're leveraging it between the 3, 4, 5, however many of you go to the sessions. So it's a little bit better. And then we have online coaching. Again, can't be a fan of it, especially online coaching platforms where they cater specifically to the population, something that I also operate with is online coaching. And it can work when it caters to that specific population and talks about their specific problems, and therefore allows them to get a lot of education on how to manage their time and energy. You'll know what we say as time and energy, and develop discipline to get the results that they want to achieve. High cost. I think if these didn't work, then they wouldn't be able to claim the high cost, right? So if these aren't working for you, then it's because you're going to the wrong service provider. That's as simply it. Specialist personal trainer. If you're going to a personal trainer who specialises in working with your population group and has experience and has results to show that they do this, it's a no-brainer. They should be able to do that with you. Yeah, they should be able to manage your time and energy and hold you accountable and develop discipline so that you can get results. Same with high-end small group training. All that generally happens with high-end small group training is you're working with a coach who works with that specific population, puts them into small groups so that they can get a higher volume of training to work in a group of like-minded people. And it generally, again, it comes into leveraging the cost. It means that the cost is spread, so the person either gets more service than they do with personal training for less cost, more hours of coaching. And then you get high-end online coaching. Again, something that we provide at BanksFit, which is where you work specifically, individually, with the coach, and they help you master, right? We help people master exactly what they need to do for their lifestyle to get results, to develop the habits, the discipline, to earn results, to keep them, and manage their time and energy that they do have the best way to maximise results and have the most impact. So, hope this gives you an overarching view of the services and what coaching is going to be offered to you, what's going to be available to you, and what options I personally think are the best, right? So if you're low cost, I think going for large group training is the best place to invest the funds. If you want to be catered to more specifically, more individually, small group training, online coaching with the right person can be a great fit. And if you have, more money, you're in a better financial place, then a high cost service is going to be the most effective. In essence, the difference between these 3 things, it all comes down to how much you are supported and how much it caters to you, the individual. Yeah, that is it. It just comes down to that. You're going to get more coach support from the coach. That's going to cater to you more as an individual. The less resource you have in terms of energy and time, and the more in a financially strong position you are, the higher end of the scale of coaching is going to benefit you greater, because you can, in essence, you can afford to pay to have someone manage the time and energy and help with your discipline more, because you are time poor and energy poor. You find it hard to hold yourself accountable because you're so busy, right? And this is why on the high end of the scale, you tend to find people who are professionals, executives, really, really busy people who don't have a lot of time and a lot of energy, but maybe have the funds, will go for the high end. People in the middle just fall somewhere between this, and then people on the other end where maybe they don't have as much in terms of financial. And yeah, again, I'm not saying that people who have lower financials don't have all the time constraints and the energy constraints. I'm just drawing arbitrary lines here, but yeah, you just need to find what is the best fit for you. So I hope this gives you some clarity. It gives you a clear picture on the coaching services that are going to be offered to you as a 30+ mum, the advantages and disadvantages of each of these services, and how hopefully you're going to come to an idea of what looks like the best approach to you. And you know, if you look at this and you think, do you know what, it's time I invested in myself, it's time I looked at a service of coaching as opposed to, you know, using these products and services that I've been using on and off, never getting real results and never making a change for good, then drop me a message. I'm happy to get on the phone with you and just basically have like a strategy session with you, like talk a bit to you about how you can reclaim your body. We can find out exactly what service is going to be the best fit for you, what level of support you need, what result you're looking to achieve, what timeline you want to achieve it. And then if we think that it's a good fit, then we can work together. If it's not a good fit, then at least you'll come off the phone having more clarity about what you need to do or where you need to get to then move forward and get results and make a transformation. So I hope that helps, and you will hear more from me. I hope you've joined our Facebook group. It's honestly a wealth of information. I'm going to be dropping videos in there if I haven't already started. Monday night, every single Monday night, 8 p.m. And I'm going to answer all the questions. I'm going to give you all the insider tips, because I really, really want to serve people as best I can and get people results and get people not wasting their money on garbage that just doesn't work. So anyway, thanks very much for listening and getting this far. Catch you later.